Right, this is day 222 of me trying to create the next Harry Potter book series. For the people who don't have any context about the world I'm building, you can go down to the description. There's a small, short introduction of what it is about. And now for the documentation, what I wanted to talk about today was writing environment. How it's, in my opinion, very important to have your whether it's a room like my room, or it's an office or whatever place you're writing at. I believe that you have to constantly think of tweaking your room so it just makes your brain want to write more. For example, I'll tell you in my case, you can see it right there. This is the first video where I've bought the entire Harry Potter book series, and the 3 last books are right there. Nice. And so what that does is that creates a more fun environment, in my opinion, because I like Harry Potter, and you can actually see the Harry Potters are right there as well. So I actually have 2 series, like 2 Harry Potter series right here in my room, and I take great inspiration from that. So when the books are in my room, I actually want to I want to be more in my room. Of course, that I'm not gonna throw my entire social life out the fucking dorm room or window, but when it comes to writing, especially in the morning when I'm allowing myself to just write, that it's less friction for me to get going and get inside the room. Now, another thing is that I've realized that dopamine spikes is one of the biggest mistakes, or one of the biggest constraints on my writing, at least, and was that my brain is always looking for dopamine, or all of our brains are looking for dopamine, and dopamine isn't. I haven't really learned anything about this, but I think dopamine it's not the act. For example, let's say gaming. It's not gaming itself, it's thinking that you'll get a headshot. For example, that's when the dopamine releases in your head. So having less dopamine activities in your writing environment. So if you have a gaming console, you throw it outside the window. I'm guessing you don't have it. I don't have. And I personally only have my MacBook here, and I have books. It's all put in place due to the lifestyle I want as a fictional writer. And even on my MacBook, my environment on my MacBook is optimized. As you can see down there, I have cold turkey blocker. So I basically can't browse or anything. I can show you right here. If I just search something random on Google search, it says this site can't be reached. And that's a thing I've purposely done. I went into terminal on MacBook and just access the host files. You can just ask ChatGPT how to do it, etc. And I just put in the IP address for Google searching, and all the websites that I don't want myself to get drawn to in the morning. And cold turkey just helps to control the urges, etc., that happens naturally, and I can't do anything with it. I can't throw the cold turkey in the bin. I can't delete the extension, because then I suddenly block the entire Chrome. So the only thing I can do on my MacBook is go to Drive and go to my documents, which is where I'm writing or where I'm worldbuilding. And that's it. That's mainly the only function I have on my MacBook currently. I also have, for example, apps like school. That's something I have, but I don't really get any urges. That was Library of Adonis. That's not the most PG friendly school community, but you get the point. When my brain can only find dopamine in the writing, I suddenly start writing more. That's the whole entire concept of it. And I just enjoy being inside my room. I have a few plants, which I water a few times. I have the map of the world I'm building. that gives motivation. Yeah, it's just nice to be here. I also have a fair few of just papers all over my walls, but it just signals discipline to me. It signals that actually here is where the purpose gets done. It's where the writing gets done. And I find that very fun. I find that notion very fun, to just wake up, get a coffee, get some water, drink it, and then after a set timer, I actually set a timer here. Use that timer to set a 20 minutes alarm. And when that hits in the morning, I drunk coffee and drinking coffee and water, and then I just jump right into the writing. And that's it. I think the writing environment is one of the most important things, because we don't have a lot of willpower, or at least I don't have a lot of willpower. And yeah, it's much easier on your mind as well. You don't have many decisions to make. Oh, maybe I should go on that website. Maybe I should. No. You're burning creative power from the start. So yeah, that's it for the documentation for today. That's day 222. So that's another day into a very long journey. Take care.